Welcome everybody here. Good evening from my side. Let's start another session. Let's start another series. We will discuss top 200 questions from SSC CGL Tier 2 for SSC CGL Tier 2, which will help us grab a lot of things for CGL Tier 2 2024. I welcome all of you here. Good evening. Let's start the session. Welcome Manish, Aditya, Jai Shri Shyam, Vaibhav, Prayakta, good evening. Wrinkle, Akash, Shweta, Har Har Mahadev. Mahadev, may Lord Mahadev help us in every section. No disturbance to anyone. No pain, nothing to anyone. God bless us. Shelly, optimistic, good evening. I'm just dropping a message that the session has started and I start this session then. All of you, all welcome from my side. Let's start the session, okay? Just sharing the link. You can also inform those who are honestly willing to study, and we start it now. Avinash, good evening, brother. Let's start this session. This is part 1. Tomorrow we will have the All India Live mock, and the very next day we will have part 2 as well, and so on. Let's start this. In between, if you feel any query, question, difficulty, objection, feel free to say. Either me or my assistant will answer you shortly. Let's start with error detection first. And all of us know in SSC we come across easy, the formula based ones, medium, a little inference, sometimes the difficult ones also. So we will have all these sections in these. Let's start. Welcome Kajal, Soumya, Pramod, Pooja, Shivani, Sandhya. Good evening. Shrishti. Namaskar. God bless you. All welcome. Rahul. No problem. Radhe Radhe. Yashwanti. Come on. The first one, typical SSC for last 2 years. What? Many firms fail because when they begin, what? They start exporting. They have not researched. Have not researched what? The target markets. That's a verb. Should be a verb in order to take an object after this. And after have, typical SSC for last 3 years, 2022, 2023, 2024 also, they give have plus any other form, and I think all of us know have takes only and only V3 after that, starting with a boundary. They have not researched have with a V3. Fraction. The easiest one I think to start with. Sandeep, Ram Ram brother. Kalpana, Radhe Radhe. Akash, one another is A reciprocal pronoun which shows we should help one another. We should not fight with one another. Nothing is supposed to be here. That's the subject. Welcome, Muskan, Radhe Radhe. Isha, do not be sorry. Suman. No correct answer yet. My goodness. I am giving you 30 more seconds to think about this, but I request all of you present here to go through the sentence from the beginning once again and parse everything. Pay attention to every word and the next word coming after that. Have a look again. And I will give Vaibhav a piece of mind today. It's not P-E-A-C-E. Everybody here, you have taken so much time. Do you agree? You accept a model taking an adjective after this? Can you go ahead? Answer. Doesn't matter what the correction is going to be, but a model cannot take an adjective straight after this. I will happy when I get a job. He must sad when his father scolded him in that way. No, not passive. We have the adjective. Come on, what's happening? Diwali is around the corner, I know, but not today. At least for next couple of days we can pay a little more attention. That's the same way, Vaibhav. There are writers and there are writers. The celebrity variety, the other variety, something which is indefinite to the author, indefinite to the author. There is another variety though. So one thing, another one, indefinite to the author. Trust me, Vaibhav, I can explain this to you. When you say other, you are so definite. On one hand, on the other hand, because that's specifically the other, the definite one. When you say another, you are not sure about this. There was a day I remember I went there, there was another day I did this and that, and there was another one, and other, and that way. No, no, Akash, but that's impossible, brother. It will depend upon the perception of the author. Models cannot take adjectives. She must happy and such. You must sad and such. Never. What takes an adjective? Just be. You must be happy now. Must be sad. Will measurable. Will be measurable. Impossible. Models taking an adjective. But we need to have a be form. Perfect. Yes. Welcome, Priya. Kajal. Avinash, it has a verb, counter, to take the object. Be will make that horrible now. Jai Jagannath. Ajay. Pramod, respect. not across the internet, everywhere, not everywhere. This answer is available. Encounter will be different. Police encountered him. Rely is Suman, to depend on something. So this is such. Come on, active, please. Sandeep. He explained that the pillars of something that humans rely on. Humans rely on this for the pillars of tribalism, for security. So we rely on this for security, and those pillars would always counter any significant culture or social change. I think you can get those synonymous. You are talking about any significant change. That may be a social change, that may be a culture change, that may be a cultural change. Any social change, cultural change, and such. Perfect, brother. Deepak, namaskar. Good evening, brother. Radhe Radhe. Ajay, welcome once again. Rely makes reliance. Yes, Yashwanti. Done. Ajay. There's a barrier among this and that. Among cannot take its pairing with the and. It's either both or between, which take and as the upcoming conjunction. So the author is putting a preposition, we'll put another preposition, a barrier between this and that. Barrier should be between, not both this and that. Perfect. Among cannot take its pairing with between, with and, that way. The third one, here the first one. Chinmay, yep. Between the two. Welcome. What has happened, Nancy? That was actually shifted, but it started on time, no objection, and I did drop a message before I started the class, no objection. Avinash, much better, but I request you to that there is another objection error in the same fraction. Have a look at that as well. Nancy, no problem. That was actually at 6. So much time we are taking today. I don't know what the audience has gone through. Don't be sorry. Credit, when used responsibly, can achieve a large number of positive things in our life, such as financing or paying. You pay for something, you don't pay off something. That's a verb actually, ing. You pay for something, Avinash. So that's a blunder. Considerable. Considerable, I'm saying. And the other thing is, you can pay for tuition fees. That's all fine. You can pay for dream hybrid. What is that? In this context, it doesn't mean, I would say, anything. Say, it should have something such in my opinion. It should be paying for your dream car, your dream petrol car, your dream diesel car, or your dream hybrid car, or anything such, or your tuition fees and such. You'll be able to pay for this or that. That's perfect. Pay for. And the other thing, hybrid is an adjective. We should have a noun after this. Paying for your dream job, dream this or that. Anything should be there. Next. Thank you so much, Chinmay. Thank you so much for the appreciation and support. Heartily. Thank you. Chandrasen, good evening. Chinmay, I will check something that you have marked. Your behavior is this and that. So I'll check that one. If it exists, no need to change that. I will check that for sure. But I'm not able to get anything such. Hey brother, from the idiom dictionary first? No. And I'm also checking in the official Oxford and such dictionaries. No. I request you to please mark, please, from where you got that. Perfect, promote. Yes, of course. That's a general statement, that's a casual statement, nothing specific, and such statements are marked in present tense. As with people, some are monkeys, are lazy, some people are lazy, like those who sleep all day in the zoo, all day at home, and some were industrious. That's a general statement. Some are industrious. Some are lazy, some are hardworking. People are lazy, people are hardworking. In the same way, monkeys are lazy and monkeys are hardworking. Sure. Aditya. Chinmay. That's impressive. Sheetal, that's considerable. I also thought of it at first, but you know, verbs are the main words in a sentence. I thought of that at first, to be honest, but when I went through the whole sentence, there was a priority. Yes, of course. Thank you. The postman traveled by the cycle. Actually, it should be bicycle, to be honest, or on the cycle in something such. We don't put an article before by, like by the train, plane, or such. It goes by car, by train, by plane, shouldn't be an article. Consider this a mistake of articles. Often wading through the swamps or passed through the jungles. Often that's separated now with the help of punctuation also. Going through this or going through that. So not passed, passing through that. Verbs shall be preferred that way. So fraction B has a blunder, A has a mistake. Thank you. On foot, yep. On horseback, on how many people were on board and such. No matter what he did in his earlier years, in the ending, need not change that. In the end, it doesn't even matter. He proved to be uncommonly virtuous and wise. So in the end, nothing like in the ending. Avinash. SSC is fond of putting such errors where it starts with one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard he tried. Keep that in mind. You know. Yes, of course. Medicines has need not go through the sentence further. Medicines have done. Welcome, Adarsh. Om Namah Shivaya. Chinmay need not put an ing. SES will be fine because INGs are the non-finite verbs. Just like if I say he dancing will not be a grammatically correct sentence. He is dancing should have been a possibility. If life existed on Mars, fine. That means you are putting about or talking about some past tense. All okay. It is likely to be in the form of, but the next statement is in present tense. So if life exists, I don't think so. Life exists on Mars. If it exists, it must be in the form of this or that or that or that. Make them equal. If life exists, it is most likely to be in the form of this or that. Welcome, brother. Trust me, Chinmay, hey dear. Putting a pause now. Radha Radhe Vishali. Manish, that's interrogative statement. Can India make it? Or will it something? That's the interrogative tone. You have a question mark at the end. But you are impressive, hey dear. You are impressive, hey dear. Thank you so much. I'll guide the best I can. I'll be suggesting the best I can. That is all correct. If you think this is something, call this a mistake. Articles deserve that much attention. Please go through the statement completely. It's not a mistake of verbs which will be called a blunder. At least go through the sentence further and you will come across for sure something horrible. So man, welcome, don't be sorry. No, Shweta, I haven't. No, not this time. Perfect, Chinmay. Because we have two interrogative statements. Can you go there and can you give this to him and such? Must be the answer. Come on, have a look at this. When I say yesterday, many of you were there in the session we had yesterday, okay, at 9 p.m. Remember this? The school is decided to turn it off and something such. The school is not decided by the authorities and such. The school has decided. You better know where we use active voice and where we use passive voice. Go through the sentence further. Chinmay, perfect. Can India make it to a leadership position? Fine. Come here. Or will it, India, be retained? India will be retained. By whom? Who is going to retain India? What is going to retain India? India will be retained by someone. Okay, no objection, but that should be in the sentence, by someone. Will India be retained? I cannot see any passive tone here. However, or will it retain? Okay, we are at the second position. Can we be at the top position or we will stay here? We will retain the same position. Both ways it is going to be active voice, nothing like passive. Nobody is going to retain us. Can India make it to a better position or will it retain what? The fast train going slow image it always had. Will it retain the image it always had? And that way. Passive is not required there. Dropped it. Dropped, I should say. Second one. But Chinmay, I agree to what you say. I totally agree to what you say. But if we transform that itself into a plural one, we'll have to make changes here also. And since you marked, you are a beginner, let me tell you something. We can't make, I think you know this, a couple of corrections there. Either fraction A or B or C or D. We cannot say A and C, both. Impossible. Now, it's good to retain the same. Its advantage, itself, both will be synonymous. Else, Perfect, Shweta. It'll be horrible. This class took upon itself, what did it take? It took the monopoly of this knowledge and this on itself of the same to its own advantage in that way. Response is too slow today. No objection. But yes, the correction is Sheetal, thumbs up, priestly class. Just like you say voice and you put another noun before that, if that noun has its adjective form, we use an adjective. Lovely voice. If you say love, which is a noun itself, and if you say father, mother, say brother, sister, etc. Father is a noun, love is a noun, either put the apostrophe, father's love, or say fatherly love. It exists. Don't assume like, I have never ever heard of fatherly or motherly or sisterly or brotherly. Do they exist? Yes, they do. You can check in dictionaries. Fatherly love, motherly love. So it's better to say the priestly class, the adjective form of priest. Now this class, which class? The first class, the second class, your class, my class, there'll be an adjective at the beginning. Sheetal. Can we teacherly also? Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, brother. Vaibhav, can we, what should I say, match the tone of the author, assuming he is Talit Lat? A better choice, Shweta, Sheetal. Yes, you can say I thought of this. However, we do say that, and it exists. I thought of politics exactly when I was studying this and that. He had no fear of politics and such. He said that he thought of politics. Yes, think about is not wrong. Think about is not wrong, but matching the tone of the author, not this of OFF, the simple one can work. I am thinking of selling this pen or something such. The first one, for sure. Avinash, I'm sorry, brother. Thought of. Yes, you are correct. I am sorry. Honestly, you were the first one. Sure. Sorry. It's all fine, Chinmay. Would is used for politeness. Would you bring me a glass of water, please? Sir, I would like to say something, not I will like to say something. So would is all fine. Will is all fine. Depends upon the perception of the author. What would you like to have? No, Ajay, morals are the perception of the author. I can go there, I may go there, I shall go there, I will go there, I must go there, I should go there, I ought to go there, I used to go there, how dare, need, perception of the author. It has an added. Better, Ajay. Best, Manish. Sheetal, Sandeep, Yashwanti. No, Avinash. This time I got your answer, but that is not correct, brother. See, I'm not saying pick the correct part, but at least this is horrible. It sounds horrible, doesn't it? While provisions on equality and non-discrimination will promote, I read that will, no objection, it's the perception of the author. Provisions on equality and non-discrimination will promote equal opportunities. No problem, equal opportunity, equal opportunities, doesn't matter. In the process, reservation at jobs, at shows a fixed location. Where's the location of jobs? Only here. Reservation in this sector, in that sector, and such. Fine. You can even say reservation of. In is a better choice, but at least reservation at is impossible. Avinash, I have read the comment again. I request everyone here with my hands folded, please do not answer before reading the whole sentence. If you do, I don't know, what do we say? अपने पैरों पर कुल्हाड़ी मारना. No problem, but that's a casual one. We'll study. No compulsion. Will promote. Would promote. I think so. Thank you, brother. It had an error, Chinmay. And for verification is a part of PYQ of SSC. You can drop the 15th one. Drop the 15th one. I will answer you precisely. I am not able to find my book in which I have the answers. We'll answer precisely next day. No objection. Drop that. Can't beat around the bush. That's passive, Nancy. Negotiations are completed. Passive voice, and passive voices have object at the beginning. Manish, Aditya, that's passive. Passive voice cannot take an object after the verb. You can drop. Models taking fresh weaving after them is something that doesn't require any efforts. This will explains dead. Now you need not go through the whole sentence because verbs being the best one. This will explain the first one. Time saver. Avinash. Namaskar, brother. Abhishek. If you wish to, can answer the 18th one first. If you wish to, can answer the 18th one first. If you wish to, can answer the 18th one first, and then think about the 17th one. Got it, Avinash. The same one here. Thought of. I thought of talking to him and such. Fine. Studies, a plural subject with a singular verb, shows is impossible. Studies show next. Quick. That's not that horrible. We have taken more time than expected. No problem. I'm not complaining. Manish, we cannot study the sentence further or read the sentence further after this point. Studies shows done. Need not go through the whole because there's a blunder at the beginning. It's nipped in the bud. Nancy and everybody, it happens. Say our father wants to do something like Virender Sehwag. I keep on saying, I keep on mentioning this name. I am a huge fan of, I will be, I was, Sehwag, Kohli, Sachin and such. Okay. His father used to say, I want to build a school for those who cannot play cricket and such. And if we have a school, I can include those students also which are good at playing cricket and such. We need not go through those physics, chemistry and such classes. His father was not able to because of money and such resources and all. Sehwag, when became famous, he has a school, SIS, Sehwag International School. Now, I'm not promoting, but putting an example. So that was the wish of his father. He completed that. Same is marked in the first one. He built the theater, the school, the college and such as a tribute to his roots. And I think all of us know the meaning of roots. What is there inside us, just like the roots of a tree. We also have some roots. His father kept on saying, I need to build a school, I need to build a school. And that was there in his roots. He built the theater, the school, and that way. Yes, of course, that way. So a precise example I think I was able to put here. A couple more. Yes. It doesn't exist, Manish. Need not. Akash, okay? You can answer this one first and then think about that one. Answer this one first. Thank you. A better answer, Ajay. Let me check that. He built the theatre as a tribute to his roots, and the thought of it outlasting him would surely have given him the greatest joy. It also belongs to past now. You are talking about someone who did something, and that thought would surely have given him the greatest joy. Just like, say, Shah Jahan. Okay, let's have an example. Shah Jahan. He built, make it done that way. Okay. Uh, the theater, the Taj Mahal, as a tribute to something you better know, and that thought of it outlasting him, it'll exist after he dies as well, and that thought would, not will, he doesn't exist now, was there in the 16th century. That way. Akash, mark your words again if not okay. Chinmay, all visible, need not say that. Need not say that. Thank you so much for mentioning that line. It's all visible. Akash, okay? Welcome, Nitish. The first thing is have cannot take an ing again. We started at this, finishing at this. Have been, the first and foremost thing we should say now. And the most effective method to keep our roads safe is enforcement of rules with zero tolerance to any, I would say, depends upon the perception. You are correct, so am I. Any rule violation, I would say this should be better. Any violation of rule or any rule violation or the violation of rule. That's a blunder because violate is a verb, and after prepositions you can't have verbs. Verbs can't modify the upcoming nouns. That's horrible. Any violation of rule or any rule violation. Both ways it is going to be fine. The fraction remains the same. The third one. Okay. It's 7. All okay. Finishing it off. See you tomorrow at the same time here, 6 for the All India Live mock description. We will study, say, parajumbles on the next turn then. Thank you so much. Okay. Objections heartily welcome. Before I finish, you can subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Can download the PDF files of all these classes which are getting conducted at YouTube on the app. Just go to your courses section and you have the access to YouTube class PDFs out there. Can connect with us on the official Telegram channels, and would love to see you out there in the upcoming classes. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks everybody. Thank you Manish. Thank you Nitish, Kajal, Suman, Kalpana, Chandrasen, Abhishek, Pramod, Akash. Thank you so much brother. Ajay, thank you. Web, Sandhya, Rinkle, Suman, Isha, Sheetal, Soumya, Yeshi, Desayal, Muskan, Supab, Radhe Radhe. Aditya, thank you so much brother. Yashwanti, Radhe Radhe. Thank you Shweta. Thanks a lot. Avinash. Nah. But thanks for your humor. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, brother. I must say one thing. All the questions that you came across were from SSC itself. All the questions that we discussed today were from SSC. I didn't make a single one out of those myself. So if SSC has asked such, may ask such. Not all of them, but some of the distinctions such. Let's discuss all. Thank you, Nancy. No, you didn't behave bad any single. Great studying with you. Thank you so much. Sandeep. It'll be the rule which is violating, in my opinion. Shweta, just like washing machine, just like developing country, just like dancing girl, violating rule. The rule which is violating. We violate rules, shouldn't be violating rule. The violation of rules, in my opinion, should be better. Pooja. Thank you so much, Avinash. Heartily. Okay, Shweta. Finishing it off. See you pretty soon. Everybody here. Shweta, okay? Quick. Okay, you comment and I will answer in the comment section. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. See you. Thanks everyone.